To our next map here of the series. It was quite a long one there, quite a long one between Aurora and Looking4Org. If maybe this is your first map as a viewer. Nonetheless, it was double overtime, and I think we're really, really surprised to see that, to be honest.
Yeah.
It looked like Aurora maybe had the game in the bag almost. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a shame that they end up dropping it, but Looking4Org proving why I suppose they picked into it, why they are confident with the Anubis. Now we have Nuke, really good map for Aurora on go. See whether that translates into the CS2.
Absolutely, absolutely. This has been already a bit of a marathon of a series. Take a look and see Latic for the first. Nice start, lucky to fall. Ain't there at all.
Okay, hAdji with the trades though. hAdji with the clean trades, giving an advantage to the French side. Liking what we're seeing. Down goes Maka. He has perhaps predicted that it will end up on the B-bomb site, and he is going to be correct. The rest of the boys going to join him. A couple of nades over will leave Jocko in the dust. Still holding the advantage, though. And they are as yet to make it out onto the site. Yeah, it's difficult, very difficult indeed for Aurora. They're going to try and speed back up top, but the bomb's been dropped there, and hAdji will finish the round with a 4-piece. Lovely stuff from him.
Not bad. Not bad at all. And of course, for those who be keeping tabs on all things Challenger League Jönköping, may I say, there has been some interesting developments over on the other stream. Of course, map number 1 was Anubis as well for the Team Spirit and Movistar Riders game. That was a 13-6 in favor of Spirit. Map 2 has just finished. It was 13-0. Spirit have just absolutely destroyed Movistar. So winner of this game will take on them tomorrow. But yeah, 13-0. Team Spirit have just destroyed Movistar on Overpass. Could actually be the first 13-0 in Pro CS, or at least in kind of like a not an open qual, you know what I mean? I think it probably
like
is. They're pretty rare.
Decent kind of level. Yeah, I think so. I think so.
I'll do it for you.
That is the donk effect. We got the Jocko effect in our game, though, bro. It's not as good, but he will get himself a double kill. And find a solid enough position. Decent info traded off there, right? hAdji gets down quite quick, and he'll seal it. Kenzie alone with the Deagle. The force buy has really not worked at all for Aurora. Oh, goodness. New game, guys. New game. New game. Let him off. New game.
Yeah, rough. That was rough. I mean, that is it's a what can you do kind of situation. You just gotta grit your teeth and just give it the benefit of the doubt. 2-0 start though. So Looking4Org, not too shabby for them. Force buy unsuccessful. So Aurora, nothing really to bring to the table here into round number 3. Generally speaking, this is actually not a bad position to be in. Looking4Org off the back of what was honestly on their map pick a really poor start. 4 or 5 rounds down without too much of a competition. Then to be able to replicate the same sort of thing here is really good. Maka will find the first, Exorcise the second. These pistols aren't really putting up too much of a fight.
Jocko in the right area for a kill here. Has to be a bit careful now not to fall himself. Oh, and there he goes. Okay, so Lucky has kind of secured the round with those kills. Probably going to discover the bomb here in just a second, but Lucky has a position to make this damaging. One more frag would be nice. Oh, yeah, the knife pull is unfortunately timed there. So, nothing more going to come off, but all the same, they'll be happy to have taken a few guns away. We'll see here. Looking good. Looking very good indeed for the French side. See if they can continue the trend, find themselves a nice run of rounds to begin with.
They can look and see what they're like in the round that matters most. He gets the full by Latic was the AWP early. Latic was insane in towards Anubis. Twice pulling off monstrous 1v3 clutches. And he replicated the same level of form here in towards their pick of Nuke. This first full buy on the T-side has to be effective against what is, I think, rescue the bonus buys. What the the weapons they had from the rounds prior. Jocko's still with him 9 and still actually got a lot of info. And he's pushed through that smoke. Speaking of, one towards outside. Actually cost Jocko's life.
Decent start. Latic going to get another. Looking very good indeed then for Aurora. They're slowly but surely working their way down secret. It has to be a good read here from Looking4Org if they are to get back into the round. They will send a couple players down ready for the B hit then, but again, just have to be careful with how they approach this. Little 2-for-1 split. Molotov goes down. It's not going to be a full commit. Lackey's found some space. And he says, yo, this bomb site looks pretty clear to me, boys. Let's get back up here. Lucky was maybe the last line of defense up top. He goes down, so lovely bait and switch kind of move from Aurora. I think they'll be really happy with the way that one's panned out.
Bomb will go down. Swing, Org, exercise, lovely. I don't really think anything much more come out of this. If they can keep out of their weapons, that'd be nice. Premium ones, exercise can have another. These kills are really important. Aurora don't have a lot of long-term economy. Any kills they're finding on the way out are really going to add up. Delta spraying for the edge of that smoke to no avail. Neither XTs nor hAdji should really be affected by the bomb going off at this sort of radius. hAdji could be tested in a second. He's being flanked by Lackey. I don't know whether he expects it either. So a chance for Lackey. Maybe he's getting on the way out here, but it actually goes down to the bomb. Never mind. A lot of damage being done. That radius is massive these days. Aurora going to find their first, but honestly, quite a cost. Look at the likes of the long-term economy over towards that T side. Actually isn't too stable. Looking4Org. They continue to put it under pressure here, especially if they continue to find kind of 3 kills around. Aurora are going to struggle financially.
Jocko. Aggressive move. Looking to find the first frag. Gonna call it off though as he gets to the corner. Still, he's in quite deep there and really keeping them at bay when it comes to ramp play. So Aurora will be a little apprehensive over in that area if they choose to go that way. But it does look like more of an A burst potentially. Seems to be working. Norvi finds Exorcist on the edge of a smoke. Now they will start to pick up pace. hAdji at the back end of the site. See what he can get done. Some decent damage thanks to the nade. Oh, looks away at the worst possible time. That looked great for him. They were a little bit lined up even, but just unable to find anything. Lucky trying to stay alive here. He will do so. The round itself surely has fallen.
I think for now, Looking4Org, just fall away. Keep on to what you've got. No point trying to contest here anymore, especially the likes of Lucky. So low. Aurora, so important for Maka too. So Aurora are going to find their second. We spoke about Aurora's T-side being pretty good. I saw a lot of it in the open qual. This is more of the same. Just really nice work from them. Decent stuff. So a second picked up. Important position to be in too. I think Aurora now start to chain a lot of momentum, a lot of confidence together. Look at Looking4Org. There's a tough decision to be made about their buy. Maka can drop one over, but then somebody's going to be left on a little bit of a janky one. Or there's Maka maybe drop one over, and then generally it is rough. Xy's actually going to go into a Nova. I was saying earlier, I haven't seen any Novas, so it's way too soon. So we're going to have a Nova to work with. hAdji just going to go for a 5-7, so they're not actually full buying around what they had saved. We're starting to find form, and the pressure really is starting to get on now. CT side got her on to back.
Not looking good at all. Not looking good at all. I mean, I'm a fan of where the buy's at, though. At least in terms of playing around with the economy. So they might be able to get something done with this. We'll see. A lot of pressure upstairs on the A-bomb site from both teams. hAdji round the corner. Does not find the frag, but it was all a setup. And there is, of course, that AWP towards the back side. Jocko drops the bomb. Relatively big deal. Maka going to lose his life, though. And Jocko handily dealt with, of course. Lucky just in between about 5 players. Not really sure what's happened there. Aurora will even things up quite quickly here. Looking4Org. It's a great start, but once the guns have come into play, they just don't look as good.
Yeah, honestly, they've looked pretty rough. What about now? I mean, Aurora, I think when they get the AKs out, they just have this level of confidence about them. The way in which they're approaching a lot of these rounds is just working so well for them. Taking heads-up tools, they know mechanically they can go toe-to-toe with Looking4Org. Starting to work back into a buy, though. Most important thing. To the LFO side. Not a great start once again. Jocko again being caught off guard. It's multiple times now it's happened to him. And top ramp taken with ease.
Just continues, man. Just continues. Looking way too easy at the moment for Aurora. Yeah, I think so. What other options do you have, to be honest with you? And even that is apparently a challenge.
Man, this is so rough to see. Nothing's working for them. This is why we were kind of forewarning about Looking4Org. They were to lose Anubis. They got to be so scared heading in towards Nuke just because of how good Aurora have looked recently on Nuke. Looking4Org just don't have an answer. These gun rounds are being brutal. Lackey as well. He's low on HP. The Mac 10 hoping to find at least one more on the way out. I get the opportunity here, though. Might use the bomb going off maybe as a way to do it. They're swarming. Comes a flash as well. Lucky one. Trying to stay alive. Desperately time's ticking, and he will. Him and Maka survive. Bit of a scare, but they just about do it. Definitely is a silver lining, though, I've got to be said, because, I mean, they're still getting battered in the actual rounds themselves.
Yeah, and they know it, right? This is quite an early timeout. Again, with the youth of the game, not a lot of teams have been taking these early timeouts. They'll take timeouts when the game's a bit closer, when everything's on the line, right? A bit more pressure. But this one's quite early. I think they understand the nature of how it's going, and Aurora are not messing around on this map. That's for damn sure.
Let's see. Was concluded by not brilliant. Mag 7 for Exorcise. A few upgraded pistols. hAdji maybe in towards like maybe like a deal. Oh, nice though. Aurora just pummeling them. I mean, these rounds are getting sorted in a matter of moments. Such little competition being had here. Round being had here. So going to come through. Latty going to find the first with ease. Already the AWP. No use on its first engagement.
Yeah, that's awkward. That is very awkward indeed. We'll see. Still remains. Again, they're just getting ripped apart, aren't they? In the 1v1 situations, Aurora are pretty strong right now. I mean, maybe there is something to be said. Looking4Org playing this one a bit more aggressive, few more unorthodox angles, etc. Aurora just have it really figured out. Looking for the double spray down, though. Yeah, they all get tunneled in onto Jocko. 1-2 punch works beautifully. hAdji with the recovered orb. Leaves it all down to Norvi, but Lucky walks into the crosshair. hAdji doesn't quite know what to do here. He's going to move down below, and I think that would be the correct call. Norvi's down here real fast, though. Ooh, hAdji moving back up. Interesting. Not fully committing, and I think there was maybe a chance where he could have stopped that plan.
Here does Norvi play. A door swing, nobody can be in trouble. Oh, hAdji doesn't actually commit to the swing, but both sides taking damage. He's going to reel it off as well. Reswing coming in, and hAdji's going to see it off. My God. It's close. No cigar for Aurora. Looking4Org going to tie this one right back up, but again, they're being made to work for it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll keep the competition. That's definitely what we're after, you know, and the game carries on. I think there's been a tough run around. Looking4Org, whether they can rely on that kind of thing again is difficult, but a really nice clutch coming through, and it'll spur them forwards for sure.
Yeah, I think right now as well, both sides, neither kind of really taking up by the reins. There's been, you know, sporadic moments of kind of momentum, but generally speaking, Aurora looked a little bit better on the full buys. They're Looking4Org can at least keep it competitive, and maybe Exorcy's caught 4x3. Lackey just peters out and he gets a double for it.
Little bit wild. 2 quick kills coming back round. hAdji trying to stay alive up top. It's not going to happen for him. Need the trade to happen here quite fast, but Latic is smart. Latic is aware to make sure to keep re-clearing all those angles, and that will solidify it. There was a slim moment where Looking4Org looked like they might be able to wrestle the control back, but it is unfortunately not going to happen. 3 players in from Heaven. They're very ready for these 7 hits, though, on the Aurora side.
Yeah, waiting for it. I think for Maka, it's just the case of trying to stay alive here. I don't know if he does in his position right now. I don't actually know if he stays alive just because of you know, bomb radius. He is waiting for more kills on the way out. Oh, I like the idea. Honestly, I kind of respect it. Go for the ninja. No, he was akin to it. Aurora take a lead in their favor. Deservedly so as well. Like we said, the full buys have just been better for them. Yeah, not bad, honestly. It's not been a bad performance. As the guns have been in play, only one team competing. Looking4Org going to go for their second out of third attack pause, and you can understand why. Realistically speaking, they are falling apart here. T side's on fire.
It's difficult. It is very difficult. I think they understand they've got to keep this close. They're probably not super confident in their T side as well. So I think they also know that they have to find as many CT rounds as they possibly can just to give them that cushion to work with moving into the second half. Oi! Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Kenzie,
whoa, whoa,
you
whoa.
naughty boy. You naughty dog. Down, boy. Woof. Get down. Get down. Let's take a chill pill, senor.
Yeah, there is a time and a place for that, and it's not here.
I know there's been some hot and steamy plays in the server, but let's keep them there, fella, all right? Yeah? You cheeky devil.
Oh, God. It's not going to be the... Imagine the first time someone does that on stage, you know what I mean? Like, honestly.
The crowd's going to lose. I can't wait. Someone's going to do it first, mate. You already know
yeah. That's so wild. Anyway. Maka has bought into an AWP here, Neo. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like it's a bit of a weird call in the sense that it's such a risk. As long as he doesn't overextend with it, I guess you can maybe have some silver linings. But yeah, I'm like a huge fan of this call. Unless, of course, he proves us wrong and gets a couple of kills with it. hAdji going to peer through the smoke, find nothing. Latic holding for something with nothing opening up. 50 seconds to work with. Oh, Lackey finds a freebie. But Heaven's being held for. Oh, I say that, he missed.
Nasty. Let's see here then. 3 versus 3 is not a bad look at this stage. Maka peeking in, trying to get the spam. It's not quite landing. With that smoke coming around, it allows him to go for a bit of a reposition here. Looking, hoping to find a head round the corner. He's close. The AWP also close. Down goes Exorcy's, unfortunately, though. That maybe makes the decision for them here. 3 versus 2. I think you just say what you have, fellas, to be honest with you. We are in the later stages. Maka with the wallbang might just change the narrative. AWP holding. Oh, and Lucky going to take him. And he's going to get Lucky. Oh, my goodness. 4K from Lucky. The maddest round we've seen all map long. And it's another steal from Looking4Org. They just keep pulling these rounds out of nowhere.
Oh, man. We said if the AWP does something, we'll be all right. But actually, it's Lucky in the AK. And that was scooped off a corpse as well. So investing into the AWP, maybe not end up being the worst decision of all. 5-all heading into the penultimate round of the half. And again, now there is still some room to work with. Looking4Org find this. If deny Aurora a bomb plant, then the 6th and potentially the 7th come with it. It's not the end of the world. Aurora puts maybe the general rule of thumb that we've seen so far is that the full bar rounds look much better for Aurora. Kind of feels like that's maybe where things are once again head in that direction. What's outside? Poking and prodding. Lucky gonna go elevated here.
Lucky actually on for a little bit more as well if he keeps that spam going. Exorcist was on the right angle, but just not going to press mouse one. Kenzie has used these smokes to his advantage. Crept in behind. Can't solidify the frag, though. That was nearly massive, but it ends up being big for Looking4Org. They find themselves in a really good spot now. Minute remaining, and, well, they have perhaps become savvy to the Aurora kind of 50-50 style of play. They've just been walking out a lot of individuals in the early rounds and catching a lot of the Frenchmen off guard, but that's just not really been the case in the past couple.
You're right. Celta and Novi. Honestly, there's even a point where you start to say, actually, maybe saving's the right call here. I don't think it's even the worst decision, to be honest. Just in the sense that having something to work with isn't the worst. Celta, though. He's going to fall to hAdji. Now that's to Norway. Can he stay alive is the real question here. That AWP, there's no way they're going to be able to reinvest into another one next round.
Ooh, nice shot from Norvi to make sure he keeps that up. Looking decent. I mean, the Frenchman going to take a lead moving into the second half, potentially, of course. We can end on these 6-6 even situations, but all the same, I think not a bad recovery in the past few rounds. It looks like for a little while that Aurora were going to be the dominant force, but Looking4Org, a couple timeouts, get themselves back into the game.
So, double take 9, 1D, Galil, and saved AWP. Not a dream buy. Like you said, it is doable. We've seen these ones kind of work before. So, over towards single door. Grouping towards Rampage. Yoko's going to be the one you keep an eye on. He can mow them down. Lucky going to double away. It'll be tested. They're flying in towards Ramp. In they come. And they actually get this control for free. They don't have to commit down towards B. They don't want to, but it is going to be the direction they head in. And Jocko can hear all of these steps.
Jocko finds the first Lucky on the trade frag position. Runs out of ammo, but could have had a bit more there. Maybe goes in a bit giddy, but it's all good. They've got a solid advantage. They've lowered the HP bars as well. hAdji trying to find some spammage, but nothing quite landing. However, getting that bomb down for Aurora Gaming is going to be an awfully big ask. Latic knows it. Taking an advanced position here. Find a frag, and he will indeed get it as the flash comes in. Looking4Org maybe going in a bit more aggressive than they need to be. Maka spots the legs, but not able to find the frag. Latic takes him. It's all on hAdji. What a move here from Aurora. It's not quite been pulled off just yet, but they have brought this one way, way back from the depths. 25 seconds. hAdji's been fragging well. We're going to need to call upon him for Looking4Org, but I do like this where he's at. They have no idea where he's coming from. Now maybe they do with the Molotov going in. There's not too many options, but is he ready for the AWP around the corner? No, he isn't. Oh my goodness, so weird. Finds the player with the rifle. The door spam comes in, but hAdji gets the double spray down, and he will find the lead for Looking4Org moving into the second half. Absolute pandemonium on the B-bomb site to finish us off. Let's hope we get a bit more of that in half two.
You can fake a whole scenario just to make me jealous. Your shadow keeps talking, and we should stop talking. But we got that special something. Say it like you mean now I just be breathing, doing nothing. I won't give in if you won't make a move right now. Oh, why do we go 360? You're hesitating, now it's busy. You know we always can go easy. Won't you let me know? Why do we go 360? You're hesitating, now it's busy. You know we always can go easy. You should let me know. Oh, I will be clear now. Patience is really not my key, but if you play your cards right, I might just think about it twice. Yeah. Say it like you mean it, I won't fake it and believe it when I see it. But for now, I just be breathing, doing nothing. I won't give in if you won't make a move right now. Oh, why do we go 360? You're hesitating, now it's busy. You know we always can go easy. Won't you let me know? Why do we go 360? You're hesitating, now it's busy. You know we always can go easy. We can go easy, but you should let me know. I've been giving clues and you're acting all blind, trying to make some moves, but you're staying behind. How come you don't get it when I say it like that? Like that, like that, like that. I've been giving clues and you're acting all blind, trying to make some moves, but you're staying behind. How come you don't get it when I say it like that? Like that, like that, like that. Oh, why do we go 360? You're hesitating, always busy. You know we always can go easy. Won't you let me know? Why do we go 360? You're hesitating, always busy. You know we always can go easy. You should let me know.
Welcome back in then. A mental round to finish off that first half. Looking4Org, though, will look to continue that kind of energy into their T side. It definitely is something they are a fan of. And they, of course, want to continue the lead that they have. It kicks off with the pistol. Looking for a 2-0 finish. Looking for a spot to continue fighting in the consolidation final. hAdji and Jocko going to try and take us there. 2 quick kills for them. Nets a pretty nice looking opening.
So, flying into fights. Do they clear the corner, though? Lucky. Hearing headlights, he didn't know where to look. Too many people fighting him. Too many angles. Nothing going to come up. And Norby's been heard stepping deep out towards our side. Lucky was waiting for a fight here. Nothing comes of it. Will be tested in a second. Celta might get a freebie. I don't know whether Lucky even expects him so close. Doesn't make a difference. Too easy for Celta, but still a 2 versus 4. It's going to be a rough one to retake.
Yeah, not looking too good, is it? No kit as well. They can just kind of play around the bomb. It's already halfway ticked, to be honest. Maka will take the head of Celta. Norby remains alone. What can he get done from here? Not very much, right? Can he survive with the dualies? Surely he gets jacked. He does indeed. hAdji takes his head. Looking pretty good for the Frenchman then. I think they're in a very good spot now. And particularly on the T side, you can just get yourself into such a solid position.
Yeah, absolutely. So, it's a 5. Looking4Org already in a somewhat stellar position in the sense that started to find form. We started to kind of kickstart that seat side, at least in a relative span of confidence. Because Aurora won't have anything to work with here. They are going to go for a force, though. Again, I'm not a huge fan of it. But in theory, something that they maybe could work with. Towards our side, Looking4Org. Probably the right way to play it as well. We'll have the benefit of range on their side. With those rifles, but still nothing offering up for them just yet. Go towards A, they're probably in trouble.
Kenzie with a banger to open up on the Aurora side. And it does look like they might shape up towards the A side of things. So, yeah, it is a little spooky over here. Oh, I don't like this. Lackey coming in from behind. Maka is watching for it, but the Deagle could be monstrous. He's checking all his angles as well. Surely he checks this one. Oh, he will now. Dangerous game, especially for Maka. Lackey unafraid to take the fight, but not going to overcommit to it, right? Retain that man advantage, especially with only 30 seconds left. It's a lot to ask of Looking4Org.
And Z, nice shot. Looking4Org. Another kind of time where they're looking at their own worst enemy, wrapping back on towards A, but this is going to be rough, man. This A side is stacked. Silos do get space. The bomb will be able to go down. Rotate here. This is being heard. Spamming away with the Deagle. That's left. Lackey's in trouble. And down he goes. So Looking4Org, they take the round, but my god, they're made to work for it. They're forced by not amounting to anything, though. So for Aurora, they now are in that financial trouble. They will not have any kind of money to work with. Realistically, 10-5 should be the scoreline. This is exactly where we saw Aurora on Anubis, and they still weren't able to close it out. It's still a double OT, and they lost it.
This is true. This is true. Yeah, I think there's a lot kind of coming back to them at this stage. Maybe a decent spot for Looking4Org to be in, though. I think they'll be very happy with where they're at. 10 rounds, nice and quick. And as we touched on a little bit, when you get yourself into this position as a T side, it can be really, really hard to slow you down. Zeus comes in for Norvi. Maybe the first Zeus that I've seen in CS2, so there you go. Latic and Kenzie also finding kills. What's happened here? 2 versus 2. Once the dust settles, not really the nicest look. Minute and 15 left on the clock. Bomb will go down for Looking4Org, but yeah, they're definitely sweating a bit.
It's scarily doable, as I said. Especially when Lackey's finding kills. Oh, I don't know, man. This isn't nice. hAdji's got to isolate here. He's expecting the heaven rotate, which is, first of all, smart. All about timing. Molotov will come through. hAdji, messy fight. Finds the first. Now just stay alive. He play time in his favor, and he tries to cross out of hut. My god, this is so dicey. Tap on towards the bomb. It's not a commitment, though, which is the main thing. And no hit, that'll be that. But hAdji finds the kill on the way out too, just to rub salt in the wound. Aurora making these low buy rounds a lot more competitive than they should be.
Pretty nice, yeah, pretty nice. I mean, it's a shame. He definitely could have gone for the hold there and might have even been able to find the defuse, but what are you going to do? But we'll see here moving forwards into the latter stages of the game. A lot of pressure now on, as this may well fall apart at the seams if they're not careful.
Or posted. This is the round for Aurora. God, I'd be taking this one. If they don't, they're in a lot of trouble. Looking4Org just going to slow things down. Need to do anything too special just about now, because I think they probably understand that at some point the pressure is starting to build on that Aurora side. Might force a fight of some sort. I think waiting. hAdji. Be a dangerous peek here, has to be said. Latic maybe a little bit quieter here, but generally speaking, has been one of the better players in the server. Kenzie through the smoke gives away his position.
Yeah, not ideal, bro. Not ideal. Really not the way that Aurora wanted to kick proceedings off with only 40 seconds left as well. It puts Looking4Org in a really good spot to have that advantage. And they slow things down ever so slightly. Looking towards ramp. That's into the hands of Latic. He can't land the shot onto the first, but he's still around for a bit more. It's just a tag. Need the damn kills. Lackey will try and help out, but also just getting a tag. He eventually falls. This looks brilliant, doesn't it? Latic missed shots. Surely got to be low on the bullets now as well. He's got one in his cranium, so he's a goner. 10 seconds to get the plant in. There's nobody around to stop them. Should be all good, and it will be a save move for the remaining Celta and Norvi.
Keep hold of what they've got is the call. You don't blame them. 2 versus 5. There is no chance. They had to see Latic hitting a couple of shots there. He gets closer. He gets a couple of tags, but he's got to get kills. If he doesn't get kills, there's just no chance. And that's exactly what happened. So, that being said, look overall at the Aurora side. Norvi's going to find a kill. Nothing more than a consolation. hAdji might still struggle to save here. This bomb radius is massive. Same for Lucky, too. I don't know if Lucky's expecting that he's going to go down there. I think kill. Yeah, it does. So does Celta. So I guess there's that level of a silver lining. But yeah, the thing that is a big worry now is you look towards Aurora. Norway can technically drop 1, but they don't really have money to suffice towards a comfortable full buy. But they are going to force regardless. This is Aurora to a T. This is the all-in poker call right here. They don't find this. Looking4Org find 12. And then they are on track to seeing out the map in the series. Something we maybe didn't expect because of how good Aurora's Nuke looks recently.
Yeah, it is rough, man. It is definitely rough. I think there was a period where things were being kept close, very back and forth. But Looking4Org, they stacked a couple of timeouts on top of each other. That gave them some confidence towards the tail end of the first half. And then moving into the second, man, they have just been walking on water.
Yeah.
And I think even they weren't expecting it. Yeah, we mentioned that when the numerous timeouts came on quite early into the game. We thought, and that's usually the move, when you're a little doubtful of your second half. You want to make sure that you're staying in proceedings within the first half. And, well, it's been a very different story in the second half. Not necessarily in this round, though. Very much caught off across the board. Looking4Org with only 2 players left.
Make that one. Does Maka get his head ripped off his shoulders? Go will fall. So a flawless round comes through from Aurora. Off the back of a force. They just step up the aggression a little bit. I quite like it. Especially when you got nothing to lose. Why not? You see if you can rely on what is fundamentally one of Aurora's strongest points. The mechanics, the aim. That's exactly what we do see. So timeout going to be used there by Looking4Org. It's their final timeout, in fact, as well. So this for them is probably the most important conversation they're going to need. It's still one of those situations that right now is a lot more needed to get back in towards this game if you're Aurora. They're going to need a really, really deep run of form. But granted, Looking4Org did the same thing on towards Anubis. So we know it is a possibility. Let's just see if they can pull it off. Timeout done. Buy is a full one for Looking4Org. All right. Bringing much less to the table than the full buy of Aurora in the round prior. So double AK, 1 Mac 10, 2 upgraded pistols. Not exactly the easiest one to work with.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about fully sending it on a buy like this, to be honest, but they feel like they've got the rounds to play with. Bit of confidence in the back pocket, I suppose. Quick 1-for-1 to kick us off. Not bad for the T side. Puts a lot of early pressure onto Aurora to kind of react and maybe bolster up the A side of things. Lackey, meanwhile, is ready on ramp, and he's about to have some action come his way.
Swing. No fine, but quick trade. Actually, still pretty doable right now. 3 versus 3. They go down towards B, and nobody's there to meet them. Molotov comes through over towards double doors. It's actually decent space to work with here. That being said, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Doors gonna open. Oh, Kenzie's so lucky. Will be a quick 1-for-1 in the trade. This is such a janky round.
It's kind of wild. So difficult to call as well. Latic. Oh, making a lot of noise. Maka maybe tracking back. Could be large. Oh, he's just outside of the FOV of the scope. That's so unlucky. Celta alone then. Feels like to save the game here. Finds the first. Looking for the second, but can't get it done. Maka wildly running and gunning to get 12. And of course now it will be series point on the line.
Well, well, well. Here we are. We find ourselves Aurora backs against the wall. Let's see what it's all about, right? Can they make anything work here? Aurora at least have that buy. Gone for a double orb setup as well. Will they be able to do anything with it? The orbs have been at times problematic, but at other times pretty quiet. Latic struggled to have the impact that he had in comparison to Anubis. Just holding a range, spamming the smoke. Kenzie's out in front. Thereof config. He'll just get a drop away. Looking4Org just slowing things down a tad.
Just a bit. There's no rush, man. You know, you got plenty of rounds to play with, but let's get it done. Let's show some respect and just build some confidence on the map moving into CS2. You know, it has been a tough one for them to get knocked down, but we can see Spirit with a clean victory on the upper bracket side of things, proving themselves to be one of the stronger teams in CS2 at the moment, which would make sense. You got a young, malleable guy in there of Donk, and just an all-round great team as well. They're all pretty young, so I think they've definitely been putting the time in on CS2. Since that loss, though, Looking4Org have indeed looked good.
Oof. Okay, all right. Not a bad shot. Not a bad shot. 4 versus 5. Aurora, numbers in their favor, and time ticking too, man. Looking4Org, less than 30 seconds to work with, and they seem so indecisive. They do not know where to go.
Problematic, isn't it?
Yeah, lads, now or never. 15 seconds. What is the play here?
Up heaven. Oh, Latic is up there. Ready for the fight. I mean, they're all quite ready for the fights. 10 seconds. Looks like, in fact, we are saving. That is the play. So they've got plenty of rounds to play with. Bit awkward to set the economy down like this. At the same time, Maka and Jocko do have a bit of money left, I guess. So, but the loss bonus is just not really stacked, is it? They may even force around this, to be honest, because their money's just in the bin.
Yeah, what do they do? I mean, yeah, they're kind of in that double eco situation in a way. Yeah. So the buyers are going to come through. They're in that double eco situation. So, interesting enough, though, Lucky, who's been farming, playing really well, 20 kills, drops his AK over towards Jocko, struggling. Realistically, more often than not, you kind of want your best player on the rifle. Maka, though, nice shot from him. Kenzie gets caught napping off the back of that boost.
Let's see what they can do with it then, I suppose. hAdji holding around here, making sure there's nobody pushing the ramp area. That will be the case. XSC's finding another. Norby has to go nuclear. He's not able to do so. Lackey and Latic on the AWPs. One goes down. Just Latic to hold the line. Not looking good, man. Not looking good at all. Bit of a clutcher out on Anubis. This would be a hell of a thing if he could pull it off. An AWP in a 1v4, it is tough, especially when you're on the attacking move. Oh, and on the other side of the smoke, there is Lucky. And Latic is unlucky. 13-7, 2-0. A clean enough victory there from Looking4Org, it has to be said, man. They are looking really damn good at the moment. Since getting into this lower bracket, they seem to have had a bit of a boost behind them.
Yeah, continuously pulling off.